Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 10 of Let's Play Triangle Strategy by SquareEnix. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm ready to check out some Triangle with me here. Going to use both hands on the keyboard. Let's see how this works. Yeah, we're in Chapter 3, Part 2. Quick save data. Okay, so we actually have an interesting side encounter today that we're going to check out before the main one in Central Hyzant. We're going to come look down here, not find anything. Can we actually move the camera here? No. Just zoom in and out, but come up here. Ah, there we go. What? I could have sworn there was something in Esfrost. What happened? Oh, we already did that. It was just a little short thing, right? Okay. So the main story is their duty fulfilled. Serenoa and House Wolffort bid farewell to the holy state of Hyzant. Let's check it out. City streets of Hyzant.
It's time we head home. You aren't forgetting anything, are you, my lord?
Eridor, I told you, I'm not a child anymore.
I'm sorry, my lord. Whenever I see your face, I can't help but think of the lad I once knew.
Can you not lower your voice? You'll disturb the whole city at this rate.
House Wolffort certainly is lively.
Indeed. I've never seen such a big, happy family.
I'm glad they allowed you to travel with us.
Indeed.
As am I. I intend to revolutionize the world with my research.
Cool. Good guy.
Very well and good. But we also have a wedding to prepare for.
Oh,
Busy times lie ahead, Frederica.
indeed.
Yes.
Let us make it a grand wedding. Duet, prepare an extravagant gift worthy of my best friend.
Yes, Your Highness.
It seems I'm just in time. I came to thank you and see you off on behalf of the Holy One.
Cool. No drama.
We are the ones who should thank you. Glenbrook and House Wolffort shall not forget your kindness.
Well, some drama, but not involving House Wolffort.
I'm happy to have seen Hyzant with my own eyes. Till we meet again.
Prince Roland, Lord Serenoa, the future of Norzellia is in the hands of the young, those like ourselves. I much look forward to our next meeting.
Cool. Exam.
We have heard much about how all in Hyzant are blessed by the goddess's teachings. And yet, they told us almost nothing of the Rosellan.
Huh.
What sort of lives do they live here? What sort of life did Mother lead?
Is something the matter, Frederica?
Forgive me. I was merely lost in thought.
Thoughts of the Rosellan, I presume.
Yes. I wondered what effect it might have on your relations with Hyzant, now that we are to wed.
Right now, our three nations work together, but none can say what the future holds. Whatever may occur, know that you will not have to bear it alone.
Aw.
It will be a burden for all of House Wolffort to bear, together.
Indeed.
Thank you, Serenoa.
Little touching scene before we leave. A land of sand and sun completed. Save your game? Yes. Episode 10.
His diplomatic visit as Lord of the House complete, Serenoa returns to the Wolfort domain. Safely within Glenbrook, Roland and Huette retire to Whitehome in the Crown City.
Cool.
Alas, there is no time for rest in House Wolfort, as Serenoa soon finds himself swept up in preparations for his wedding to Frederica.
We're gonna have a wedding. Awesome.
Dragan, meanwhile, presides over the blasting of a new tunnel at the Grand Norzellian mines.
Dragan? Wait a minute, who was Dragan? Chapter 4, A New Dawn. Dragan was okay, I think. Here we are in the Grand Norzellian mines in a tunnel. Ooh. Yeah, Dragan was cool, I think. Wait.
That should be the end of that bothersome bedrock.
Oh, no.
Investigate it at once.
No, he wasn't. Let's refresh ourselves. He's the overseer of the Grand Norzellian mines. Dragan Aesfrost. After his father Svarog was all but relegated to life on the Aesfrosti Outlands, he dedicated himself to his studies at the archives in hopes of restoring his family's honor. He is a young genius who discovered how to make explosives. Okay. Doesn't seem the friendly sort.
What in the name of iron?
What is it? Do we require more explosives?
No, Lord Dragan. You best come see for yourself.
Huh.
What the? It couldn't be.
What'd they find? Castle Wolfort Assembly Hall. Kingdom of
That
Glenbrook.
settles the wedding program, then. We still must decide upon the wedding dress, however.
Not we, Benedict. Surely the lady herself must decide. What do you desire, Frederica?
Well,
Hadn't you mentioned wanting to dress in the Rosellan custom for the ceremony?
Then you'd best ask the Roselle about that. There's a Rosellan village here in the domain. I'm sure they'd make you a dress if you asked.
but what of the other nations in attendance? Surely Hyzant would not look kindly upon it. Lord Simon, is it true that you assisted the Roselle who fled Hyzant during the war, and that you then granted them asylum here?
Aw.
Aye, that is how the Roselle came to live within our domain.
It was a source of great tension, but in the end, Lord Simon's perseverance prevailed, and a group of Roselle found new homes here. To this day, the Holy State demands they be returned to Hyzant, citing their goddess's teachings as justification.
Wow.
The roots of the conflict run deep. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect those who we have sworn to take under our wing. Should you choose to dress in the Rosellan custom, we shall stand behind you every step of the way.
Aw.
Is that so? Then I see not how I could refuse such a kindness.
I shall accompany you to the village. To tell the truth, I have never been there myself. It would be a good opportunity to get to know them to strengthen our bonds.
As is your duty, my son.
Rosellan custom it is, then. Let us depart at once to make the request.
Aye, all of us. Oh, I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Eridor. Oh. Okay, before we do that, let's zoom out, see if there's any other side quests. There do not appear to be. Nope. So we come here. Serenoa visits the Rosellan village in his domain for the first time and hopes that they will make his betrothed wedding dress.
Greetings and welcome, Lord Serenoa and Lady Frederica. My name is Jerome. I bid you welcome on behalf of the Roselle.
Jerome. Representative of the Rosellan village, Jerome Leesme. Head of the Rosellan village in the Wolffort domain, he is deeply respected by his people.
And congratulations on your engagement, as well as assuming lordship of your house.
You have my gratitude. We hope you will continue to lend your support to House Wolffort.
You have my word. I owe your Lord Father a great debt. Though even were that not the case, you are engaged to one of our own in Lady Frederica. Few things could bring us more joy. We shall make the finest dress you have ever seen.
On that subject, I have one humble request. I would like to incorporate this pendant into the design.
The pendant you're never without.
'Tis one of a kind, left to me by my late mother. She was one of the Rosellan refugees who fled Hyzant during the war and found her way to Esfrost. In a twist of fate, she fell in love with the former Archduke, and thus was I born.
Wow.
In secret, of course. After I was born, she was sent back to Hyzant, where she met her end.
I see why it never leaves you. Pray fashion the dress in this pendant's image.
It shall be done, my lord. Let us delay no further. Lady Frederica, please step inside, that we may take your measurements.
Thank you kindly.
The measurements may take some time, Lord Serenoa. Perhaps you'd care to take a stroll and see the village while you wait.
Sure.
I'd very much like that. Thank you.
Cool. Perhaps I'll have a look around the village and get to know its people while they're taking her measurements. Rosellan, your hair certainly does make you stand out, my lord. We don't get many visitors to our fair village. I pray today's hunt goes well. I'd love to fetch a fine pelt for House Wolffort. We're just kind of going everywhere to look for peeps and secrets. We must be strong and vigilant if we are to maintain the peace we have enjoyed on these lands. Oh? We play together almost every day. Today we're climbing the ladder to the roof and playing lookouts. I'll do the same. Nothing to examine. Oh, examine. Oh, it's a ladder. Oh, I see you. HP recovery pellet. We've made our home here in the valley in the hopes we'd not be discovered. Use the lay of our land to your advantage if you like. Kind of getting hang of the controls. We'll just be a bit longer taking Lady Frederica's measurements. Please have a look around the village in the meanwhile. It's just a ladder. Okay, there's an old man there. Oh. kitty. Rosellan, Lord Simone offered us his protection without a word about our origins or our troubled history. His generosity is boundless, and I fear we shall never repay it. Instead, I simply pray that our village remains protected. I bear a great responsibility to these people. It falls to me to keep their land free from harm, no matter what the cost. You learned about Serenoa's duty. You can enter here. Oh. The Roselle share a portion of the forest's bounty with House Wolford each year, as thanks for their safekeeping. Their quality pelts and fresh fruit make for a significant portion of House Wolford's capital. Wow. Obtained 300 gold, no kidding. Added Marvels of Rosellia Volume 10 to notes. I regret to say this is my first time visiting the Rosellan village. I'm happy to see that they've flourished under Lord Simone's protection these last 30 years. I am eternally grateful to House Wolford. We would not be alive today if not for your protection. As a steward of this village, I pray we can work together to ensure lasting peace. I couldn't believe my eyes when the Roselle arrived in the domain during the Salt Iron War. I'd never seen anyone so downtrodden. Moves me to my core to see him thriving in peace times after all they went through. Now we just gotta keep him safe. Indeed. Any other little secrets? Let me just jump all over your sacred mats. Alright, cool. Let's look for more places to enter. I don't see any. Wait, there was something here. HP recovery pellet. Though we may be under House Wolford's protection, we dare not leave the village. The goddesses faithful will haul us straight back to the source if they catch sight of us. Not on my watch, they won't. It's no fun staying in the village all the time. I want to go play somewhere else. But Mother gets mad at me if I go too far. That's because you're precious to her, you do well to heed her words. Ah, but there's plenty of fun to be had here. I'm sure your mother would be pleased if you took up hunting or fishing. You'll be able to venture further afield when you're older, and when that day comes, I'll show you both around the domain myself. Yeah, let's tell him that. Wow, really? I want to see all the big ships in the harbor. You have my word. We'll look at all the ships you like. Just do as your mother says for now. I will. Ooh, I can't wait to grow up. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle. At all, really, taking them around. Okay, we've got... Let's make sure there's no other areas to enter. Does not look like there is. That one's being blocked. Let's talk to this man. Elder. We came to this land in the midst of the Salt Iron War, desperate to escape Hyzan's extraordinary cruelty. Your father then granted us asylum in our hour of need, shielding us from further harm. I would have done the same. We have a duty to help those in need. Well, yeah. Kind of talking about myself, though. It heartens me to hear that, my lord. We will never forget all that we owe you. I swear to you, we will do right by your land. Father granted the Rosell asylum in our lands. Though they once hailed from Hyzant, they are now as much a part of the Wolfort domain as anyone else. Learned about the Rosell and the Wolfort domain. Let's go ahead and check those 2 pieces of information. Marvels of Norzelia 10. Situated at the edge of the Hyzantian desert, the Citadel of the Sands is the Holy State's first line of defense. It has been the site of countless battles throughout history, including the vicious border skirmishes of the Salt Iron War. Due to its importance, one of the Saintly Seven has always overseen its command. After the Salt Iron War, Minister Sorsley Enda assumed the position and began the work of developing the Citadel into a trading post. To think that a place that has witnessed so much bloodshed could transform into a peaceful hub of commerce, life truly is full of surprises. Perhaps that is why, though Hyzant rarely gets visitors from other lands, here I often catch glimpses of people whose provenance I cannot discern, or perhaps it is only in my imagination. And the other one was a, information. Serenoa's duty. Lord Simone has long been loved and admired not only by his own people, but by the Rosell. Now that Serenoa has succeeded his father as Lord of the House, the responsibility of protecting all people of Wolfort falls on his shoulders. And the Rosell and the Wolfort domain. 30 years ago, Lord Simone granted his protection to a group of Rosell who escaped the Source. Ever since, they have lived quietly in a remote village far from the rest of the domain's inhabitants. Their gratitude toward House Wolfort endures to this day. Aw. Cool. So we are done here. Let's save. Oh, we can only keep 10 saves. So we'll save over 11. But, I think we're done now. We talked to everybody. I don't see any other shinies. Let's go ahead and we don't have to use all the ladders, right? Let's go ahead and speed up or conclude exploration. Surely they'll have finished taking her measurements by now. Meanwhile, in Crown City, Whiteholm Castle Throne Room.
Do you understand just how dangerous it is for a young prince to go gallivanting off on a whim?
Punish me if you will. But if I hadn't gone gallivanting, I never would have learned the state of things outside our own kingdom.
Oh? Well, if you're so interested in international affairs, then I have a fitting role for you to play. You will oversee the Grand Norzellian mines.
What?
Father, it would be a privilege.
Well,
I fear that punishment would provoke no reflection, and so I would rather put your energies to work for the kingdom.
And Regna, of course, King of Glenbrook. Regna Glenbrook, the current King of Glenbrook, he is revered as the wise king who brought the Salt Iron War to its end. He launched the joint mining venture between the 3 nations as its coordinator.
I shan't let you down, Father.
I am not blind to your feelings, my son. I understand that my methods vex you.
Huh.
Nevertheless, I ask that you stay out of harm's way, and give me no reason to worry.
Of course.
Mining is grueling, thankless work. Show the miners the appreciation they deserve.
I shall. You have my word.
The necessary provisions have been arranged, Your Highness. You are to deliver them to Dragan.
Hey, Patriat, Minister of Glenbrook, Patriat Consar, A nobleman whose name has long been known throughout Glenbrook, he leads the Royalists, a faction that supports the royal family, and dutifully tends to the kingdom's political matters as minister.
Father, may I bring Lord Wolfort? It is his job to oversee the operation after all, and his closeness with Dragan may engender goodwill.
I know you trust him a great deal, Roland. But I would remind you that his betrothal now binds him to S-Frost. You would do well to be wary of any move he or his house might make.
So you share Franny's views on the matter. Nevertheless, Serenoa is a friend I could never hope to replace. A friend I trust no matter your opinion of him.
Concerning words, Your Highness, House Wolfort must be subject to the same scrutiny as any other.
Roland.
Interesting. Now in the Wolfort domain, the tunnels, the mine tunnels.
Bring these tidings to Gustadolf at once. Is that everyone? Good. I have important news for all of you. What you see before you is to be seized by the Duchy of S-Frost. You shall not speak of this beyond those in present company. Any who do will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
But, Lord Dragan, are not the resources we mine destined to be shared among nations?
Right.
This matter is not up for debate. A discovery of this magnitude could reshape all of Norzelia. And so I ask this of you. Stand with me as I lead this great realm into a new era.
Oh boy.
You risk much giving us these orders. I shall do exactly as you say.
I thank you. I've already sent the Archduke a letter informing him of our find.
Wow.
When I am appointed Prime Minister, I promise to reward you all handsomely for delivering me such a boon.
Huh?
You are to be Prime Minister?
Or Ambassador to Glenbrook, perhaps. Time will tell.
Wow.
Either way, with this I shall make my mark.
What did they find?
And do what neither Father nor Gustadolf ever could.
Wow. Now we're in Esfrost, Ironstone Throne Room.
What news from Dragan, dear brother?
Thalas, again, is Prime Minister. Thalas Esfrost, Archduke Gustadolf's younger brother. He was appointed Prime Minister at a young age and is the second most powerful man in Esfrost.
I never dreamt our hypothesis would prove true.
Gustadolf, again, is the Archduke. A firm believer in freedom. He's a broad-minded and level-headed ruler who has brought his nation to new heights by promoting those with skill rather than social status.
So you take him at his word?
I have no choice. The spy I sent to shadow him corroborates his report.
And? What are his demands?
He wishes to be named Prime Minister in exchange for secreting it away to Esfrost. Negotiations with Glenbrook are in the offing, should I refuse.
So he means to threaten you?
He is stronger than I believed him to be. Certainly what he has uncovered is worth the price he asks. What would you do, were you me?
Keep the secret safe, naturally. Did you not send a spy for this very reason? Surely expected this would happen.
I did, and they have been issued emergency orders.
Then leave the rest to me. I shall depart at once.
How fortunate I am to have a brother who knows me so well.
Huh.
Ah, Dragan, you will rue the day you dared place Glenbrook beside me on the scales of your feeble judgment.
Wow.
I hand down the orders. Yield or be crushed beneath my heel.
Oh, it's getting interesting, guys. It's getting interesting. Oh, Roland's coming to visit the Rosellan village. Let's see how long we've been playing, though. It's been 30 minutes. Okay, we have a few minutes left. Yeah, it's definitely getting interesting. I mean, it's been interesting, but it just keeps piling it on. The mines, anyway. Where are the mines? Here? I think if we zoomed in... I think those are the mines right there. Could be wrong, though. Alright, Roland comes to the Rosellan village bearing a proposal for Serenoa.
The dress measurements are finished at last. I applaud your patience.
Is it exactly as you hoped?
It is indeed. I can hardly wait to see it finished.
Oh.
I am glad to hear it.
There you are.
Prince Roland. And Huette besides. What brings you here?
We were looking for you.
We inquired around Castle Wolfort and heard you all had come here.
Has something happened?
Father has asked me to keep watch over the mines. Won't you join me?
You scarcely need ask, of course.
A wise course of action, seeing as you will be overseeing the mining operations.
And we can present Dragan with the gifts we procured abroad.
Huh.
A fine opportunity to get to know the man better.
Indeed.
He is quite talented, is he not?
He is a man with grand visions for the future, that much is certain. I shall tell you more of him along the way.
Then let us waste not one moment more. To the mines!
I'll have the dress ready in time for the ceremony, my lord.
You have my thanks, Jerome.
Awesome. We be headed to the mines.
Serenoa and Frederica journey to the Rosellan village so she may be fitted for her wedding gown. The young lord gains an unexpected moment of quietude while he waits. However, Roland soon arrives with orders from King Regna to inspect the grand Norzellian mines, where Dragan has made great progress.
They are right there. Alright, let's once again just look. We're probably not going to get into combat today, guys. Because I just want to save and call it an episode. Before we do that, though, before we get to the mines, let's actually check out our encampment, see if anything opened up. We have some money to spend. Something did open up. Lord Serenoa, I owe you a debt of gratitude. At last I may pursue my research free from the Ministry's stifling orders. I am a student of ice magic, particularly the fascinating crystalline structures of ice itself. You see, as the surface melts, a quasi-liquid layer forms, and... Oh, forgive me, my lord. I find magic to be a fascinating topic of conversation. Though I am but a scholar, I swear to you I will prove that ice magic has its place on the battlefield. Huh. He's just new here. We can... 4 different rings if we wanted to. We have 73 kudos. These rings are nice. Let's see. We have the trade post for kudos. Ooh. Let's buy these new books. Salt Iron War Part 1. Records of the Salt Iron War written by the historian Ranke. It covers the period from before the war began to its early days. Part 2. It covers the middle of the war. Secret Tactics Scroll of Earth, a scroll left behind by the legendary strategist Balka. Contains tactical information related to archers and arcanists. Secret Tactics Scroll of Man. It contains tactical information related to shield bearers and healers. Interesting. And then we have 69 left. We could potentially get these quietest point things. Move an ally's turn to directly after your own. Recover an ally's HP by 50%, heal their status ailments, and restore their lowered stats to normal. Grant the currently acting unit a guaranteed critical hit. I kind of like restore. And can we promote anyone's class? I don't think so. We need a Medal of Bravery and level 10 at the very least to get the Sword Fighter. So I don't know if I want to buy any of those things yet. Let's come down here. We certainly have some stuff we can mess with here. While we have 2 iron and 500, we could do something for Roland right away. Increase your luck at max HP. Let's see who else is able to do something, if anybody. No, just Roland. Although 1 more stone and we can do Iridor. 1 fiber and we could do Huette. 1 iron 3 stone, we could do a second for Anna. Alright, so let's go with... Let's get Roland rolling here. I would like him to deal more damage, I think. Weapon damage up, yep. Boom. By 5. Then we've got 6 iron. Oh, Corentin. 2 fiber. Can do some different stuff. Iridor. I think next is Huette. Let's go get a fiber from the trade post here. Oh, they're sold out of fiber. No kidding. I guess I should buy this stuff while I can. Buy an iron. Buy a stone. Buy 2 timber. Can we sell anything? Not really, it'd be large HP. And that wouldn't take us to 1500 for a ring, so we just save our money. Or possibly do something down here, but nobody has enough. Oh, Benedict, okay. Even though Benedict is not quite on... Oh, or Iridor. I'd probably do Iridor first. Would that mess up Benedict? Sure would. Takes that stone away. Honestly, I think Iridor is more important at the moment. And raising his strength even higher would be a boon to us. His physical defense is already great. His HP is good. Magic defense, maybe. Probably doesn't have the greatest magic defense. Let's increase his strength. Make him even stronger. Alright, and that will do it for everybody for now. We have 700 gold remaining, I think. And then we can come here. Got some stuff that needs taken care of if you're up to it. Ah, combating mages. Magic users can strike from a distance and are feared on the battlefield. Their area attacks can also deal damage to multiple targets, so positioning is vital when fighting them. Good to know. We can do that one. And also, let's look at the notes. We have secret tactics. Archers and arcanists attack from afar. Their objective is to wear down the enemy from a distance before the infantry moves in to strike. This strategy is the best at mitigating casualties. Unfortunately, arcanists tend to move slowly and have difficulty casting spells in succession. This has led many a commander to instruct infantry to move in first and weaken the enemy so that the archers and arcanists may then deal the felling blow. This tactic, however, incurs great damages to the front lines. It is advised that commanders allow archers and arcanists to prepare before sending out the vanguard. Advancing is not the same as attacking. Patience can be the key to victory. One must also be aware of the position of their archers. Arrows are easy to avoid if shot from the front. Loosing them from a higher elevation increases their range and impact. The opposite is true of lower elevations. An archer's position greatly affects the power of one's forces. A diagonal shot is more likely to strike true. He who has the high ground has the advantage. And furthermore, magic spells are each tied to an element and their power varies by opponent. Choose which spell to cast carefully. Magic stones, each imbued with an element, have the same effect as spells. With these in hand, any soldier can play the role of an arcanist. Use them well to reduce the burden on your spellcasters and diversify your tactics. Very cool. Now let's see, before we read the others. Yeah, we're 41 minutes in, so I'm just going to save here. We'll read the others another time. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please go ahead and consider hitting the like button, give a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe if you're new and hit the notification bell, but only do those things if you really want to. No pressure or anything like that. I do hope to see you guys next time because there's much more fun to be had with this awesome game. Difficulty's normal right now. I like that. Yeah, so I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, be well, live well, stay well. We're now in double digits and headed beyond. No, wait, yeah, double digits and headed beyond. So, much love, peace, and joy, as I said. Catch you next time with more. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace out for now.